Now, the concept that we probably coming on straight to the topic that we'll be talking today on are the trends that will be driving the markets after 2020. But before that, you need to understand that हम दोनों ही लैंग्वेजेस में बोलने की कोशिश करेंगे कि जिस करिकुलम को हमने ज्वाइन करा है वो क्या है, वो इतना इजी नहीं है जितना शायद प्रोजेक्ट करा जाता है या इंस्टीट्यूशंस प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं. इट इज अ सीरियस सब्जेक्ट. अभी तक बहुत सीरियसनेस उस पर नहीं दिखाई गई. इस वजह से शायद टूरिज्म इंडिया का उतना ज्यादा बुलंदियों को नहीं टच कर पाया है जितना शायद वो कर सकता था. सो दिस इज वन डाउन साइड ऑफ थिंग्स. So we have to be really serious. Now it is as tough. There is a story that there was a person who died. जब वो आदमी मरा तो वो ऊपर गया जैसा कि माना जाता है. तो वहां पर दो दरवाजे थे. एक दरवाजे पे लिखा था वे टू हेवन, दूसरे पे लिखा था वे टू हेल. तो खड़ा हो गया जाके कि भाई हम कहां पर घुसे. So he was going towards the way to hell. So there was Saint Peter's who was standing on the door. यमराज खड़ा दरवाजे पर. तो उसने कहा भाई साहब कहाँ? तो उसने कहा हम यहाँ हेल में जा रहे हैं, दरवाजा खोल दीजिए. तो उसने कहा ये आपका राइट नहीं है दरवाजा खोलना, ये हमारा राइट है कि हम ये दरवाजा खोलेंगे हेवन का या हेल का. तो उसने कहा अच्छा ये बताइए कि आप हेल में क्यों जा रहे थे? क्योंकि साहब जब हमको नीचे भेजा गया था तो हमने हर वो गलत काम करे जो हमें नहीं करने चाहिए थे. और हमने शायद जितने झूठ बोले उतने शायद किसी ने झूठ नहीं बोले होंगे. और हम इतने बिजी रहे अपने कामों में कि हमने कभी भगवान के बारे में, अल्लाह के बारे में, जीसस के बारे में कभी सोचा ही नहीं. तो हमारा शायद कोई राइट बनता नहीं है. और हमें ये मालूम है कि क्या हमारी खामी है. तो क्योंकि हमारा कोई राइट नहीं बनता है तो यू रादर ओपन द डोर टू हेल एंड लेट मी गो इन. सो नाउ दिस जेंटलमैन सेज दैट you need to answer me a question that when you were sent down, what did you do? He said, because I couldn't do anything, so I became a travel agent. Now, this is, usually, that's a question mark on all of us sitting in this room, that because we did not do or could not do anything more worthwhile, we joined a course in tourism and we are all here. So he said that, so if you were a travel agent, you have all rights to enter heaven. This door is open for you. So he was bloody well shocked that I did not pray, I drank, I did all kinds of things, I spoke all sorts of things to people, and still the man says that you can go into the heaven, because he says that when you go down and you do nothing and you just become a travel agent or join a tour occasion, you have a reserved seat in heaven, because we have given enough hell to you when you were on earth. So that's the kind of, so at least this is a kind of happiness that we should have, that इस दुनिया में अगर खुशी नहीं मिलेगी तो उस दुनिया में हमें कम से कम जन्नत नसीब हो जाएगी. So it is that tough a profession, because you are always trying to make people happy, you are sending them with smiles. A doctor might wish that आदमी बीमार पड़ जाए, वायरस फैल जाए तो हमारे कुछ धंधा चले, काम मिले, लोगों का घर गिर जाए तो इंजीनियर को कुछ काम मिले. बट ट्रैवल एजेंट सोचता है कि हमेशा खुशहाली रहे, इकोनॉमी भी अच्छी रहे, लोग हेल्दी रहें, खुश रहें, जैसे वो ज्यादा ट्रैवल करें. अगर इकोनॉमी गिरती है तो भी हमें परेशानी होती है, कहीं अटैक हो जाता है तो हमारा दिल धड़कना बंद कर देता है. आज वायरस के लिए आई थिंक my company is closing 50% less on finances this year because of the widespread virus and all those things. I'm just thinking that everybody should be healthy. This virus should, they should discover some sort of a damn vaccine or something, and people should again be back and start traveling. So I doubt any other profession wishes so well for people as a travel agent, as a tour operator would. So this is just a kind of an introduction of what you have joined. I'm happy. I've spent 25 years in the trade, and as Suyash said that last year we had celebrated our 25th anniversary. I'm pretty happy what I did, what I do, and industry has evolved. Things have changed, but we somehow in our travel and tourism industry are probably refusing to change. This is the worst part of the industry today. So that's how things have changed, and the terminology in tourism has also changed. Probably if you have studied only the definition of tourists, if you have studied only the definition of excursionist, if you have studied definitions of tourism, it is not enough. These are the new definitions that we need to study. See, 2020 is the start of a new decade. 2010 में जो था वो 2020 में नहीं है. 2010 वालों ने जो पढ़ाई करी थी वो 2020 में applicable नहीं है. What is leisure? People are traveling for a combination of reasons, business and leisure. और हमें डेफिनेशन पढ़ाई जाती थी कि जब इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी होगी तो टूरिज्म नहीं होगा, और शायद आज भी पढ़ा रहे होंगे आप लोग ये, क्योंकि डेफिनेशन चेंज ही नहीं करी गई, वो भूल गए डेफिनेशन चेंज करना. But these are the new definitions that are doing the rounds. Couch surfing, huge market where there are associations who connect as friends. We don't stay in hotel because probably we can't afford it. Fine, at your age we may not be able to afford a hotel. Going abroad, when you're traveling abroad, I will request my friend to lend his couch in the drawing room for me to sleep in the night. And when he comes to India, I will do the same with him. So he's saving on the hotel cost. I'm happy sleeping on a large sofa or on the floor. It's fine, perfectly all right. On the carpet, it's okay. I'm saving a huge, huge money. For youngsters who wish to travel, people who don't have money to travel, still they are willing to travel. Huge market that's doing the rounds. Vacation. Just traveling for a day. It gives huge relaxation. Travel no more. Again, I'm saying see how the definition is defined. You may be taught that you are leaving your own, what's the definition by the way? Your place of stay for 24 hours and whatnot. Crap! Forget it. I am going in the morning, kind of a picnic, yeah? I am going in the morning, visiting a place, having a nice picnic with friends, relatives, families, or just myself on my own maybe. And coming back in the evening. Or I was spending entire day sitting in the Kukrail forest. Fine. That's vacation. Friend week. Going to far off locations. Unheard. Unheard places. Camping we known. This is glamping. where camping is associated with difficulties. How many of you have been to NCC camps? I went to an NCC camp and there were no toilets. We had to take the lotas and go into the forest.
Same here. Even I too.
And I remember a story that when my brother went, so he was a little cunning fellow, they were taken to Agra for an NCC camp, and they were not used to taking that lota and going into the damn forests. So they went to the Mughal Sheraton Hotel in the morning, and every morning they would go into the Mughal Sheraton Hotel. The last nail in the coffin was when they stole an ashtray from the Mughal Sheraton Hotel. And they were caught. And the report came to the principal in the school, and the boy was suspended. But actually they were going for toilets. They were enjoying the lovely toilets in the Mughal Sheraton lobby. So, camping was always associated with hardships, but this is a new glamping, glamorous camping, where you get all the facilities. Just have a look at the website of a company called TUTC, the Ultimate Traveling Camp. They are into glamping. Grey nomads, huge population that is graying, is traveling now. They are grey nomads. It's not connected only to youth. Travel is not no more connected to youth. So nomads is when you retire, when you don't have any more liabilities, you have collected enough money, you buy a caravan and just set out. Go travel. Like a nomad maybe, without any direction. Just pick up your caravan, pick up your car and just travel. Mancation. Men are men. So, holidays that are essentially for males. There are women holidays as well. Solo women travel. So there's a holiday called mancation. All sorts of things weird things that men do. A solo holiday. A solo holiday, traveling alone. A woman or a man, or otherwise, but traveling alone. A staycation. Now, we were talking about leaving your home. This is actually being in the home, inside your home, setting up a room in such a manner, and just having fun, because we are living in high economic kind of life. Our finances are most important. It's not a kind of a work which our parents probably did from 9 to 5 or 10 to 6, that kind of thing. We are involved 24/7. Where do we have the time? So now if you don't have the time and still you want a holiday, there's a staycation. Just to stay where you are, and there'll be a company which will set up your home for a holiday for that one day. So now it's a jumbled presentation because I just wanted to put everything across to you. So I'm not following any pattern. So these are just the trends, the new words, the new definitions that you have to look for. For writing your paper and scoring marks, it's okay. Write the definition, but at the back of your mind, keep seeing what's changing, what's happening around you. Now this is what the demands are. But forget everything. What the new demand is explorer and the unusual. Just catch two words. That's why I've made them bold. Explorer and unusual. Explorer is a person who wants to explore things with minimum intervention of a travel agent or a tour operator. See, now the knowledge is available on the mouse. I mean, when we were doing our reports and projects and presentations, we had to consult libraries, we had to see books, we had to read books and take material out. We did not have any computers and anything at that point of time. But today, you are master of all. You just Google something and cut, you get the result. So, you, as a travel agent or as a tour operator, you are no more, I mean, if they're teaching you tourism products, I think it's so silly. I mean, how can you teach tourism products? There are so many, you know. And what do you learn out of that tourism product? They can tell you about temples, they can tell you about mosques, they can tell you about whatever, but then there are people who are searching for graveyards. Have you ever been taught about the graveyards in India? No. So the point is that how do we gel the tourism products that we are being taught with the products that are actually in demand? So it's unusual. You can't think of what a tourist, what your customer, what your client is going to ask you. You have to be prepared for everything. Again, the two driving words are experiential and experimental. People are no more lallus like we were. You know, we were just given things and we said, okay, this is it, we'll do this. We were taken to Nainital and we were told that, oh, this is the tourist destination, or Shimla, or this is tourist destination, ho gaya holiday. Or let's go to Mami this time and Chachi this time and holiday is finished, done. No. So you have to experiment. You have to, people want to experiment with things. They want to experiment, they want to experience. These are the two words which will not only drive, which are driving, which will not only drive the markets, but also are the most abused words of tourism industry. Experimentation and experiential. These are the two most abused things that tourism, because there is a lack of knowledge of what these words are. Now when you are going into the market, you need to be equipped with these four things: explorer, unusual, experiential and experiment. If you have mastered these, nothing is stopping you. Here's what the future will look as: solo travel. There will be a huge market. Forget forming groups. People want to travel solo, alone, no companions. Eco travel. Even for the heck of it, people want to be seen as eco-sensitive tourists. They may not be. Still, they want to be seen as eco-sensitive tourists. We can catch this market. These are catchy phrases. What do we do? The small things. Of course, it's a great work for the society, but I'm talking more in terms of a business person. These are the words that will drive. Accessible tourism. There is a company called Planetables. A friend of mine, Neha Arora, runs it, and it's the first intervention of a travel company which only handles disabled peoples. The company that handles only disabled tourists. It's a huge market. They have the expertise, they have special kind of cars where the wheelchairs can go in, they have brochures which blinds can read and deafs and dumps can, so many things that this girl does. So this is a new age kind of travel. Bleacher I told you about. Pet friendly. Another friend of mine, Himmat Anand, has a company called Dog Story. He has a hotel in Jaipur where a dog books a hotel. There is a dog menu.
in one of the slides, in one of the articles that I wrote, I've given reference to his website as well. So just check dog story and you'll connect. So a dog books a holiday for you and you travel with a dog. This is in thing, which means as an operator, as an airline, as a hotelier, you have to be pet friendly. You have to welcome pets. If I have a dog, where do I leave my dog? I want to give a good time to my dog. They have, dog menus, especially to choose from. The table seating, the room architecture is set for a dog. And if you're traveling without a dog, you're not allowed in that hotel. You have to have a dog. Slow travel. When we are being taught itineraries, we are seeing कि कितनी सारी जगहें हम जल्दी जल्दी कवर कर लेंगे, वो देख लेंगे, 4 धाम यात्रा कर ली हमने, ये धाम कर लिया, वो धाम कर लिया, यहाँ से वहाँ गए, शिमला, मनाली और कुल्लू सब करके आगे. No, slow travel is doing things slowly at a pace. Just go, see, absorb, understand, relax. This is in thing now. Food travel, huge business. My own company is big time into food travel, plus I have another company which is called Gastroots, which only does food travel across India. So you can understand that a company is surviving on just food travel. So if you want to have food, if you want to understand food, history, etc., you can travel with this company. If you want to see Taj Mahal and this, then no, sorry, we are not that. So it's a huge market. And then you have healthy and organic. There are companies that are giving you health in the hotels or resorts that are just surviving on giving you healthy and organic food. A new concept of where grandparents will now travel with grandchildren for vacations. Now, the middle level is working. They are in their economic issues. Children will connect very well with their retired grandparents. And grandparents and children can be a great market. Children cannot travel alone probably. So they can collaborate with their grandparents to travel. Huge market. Left out in India totally. But there are companies who are doing it in a big way in the UK. The robotics, chatbots, and automation and artificial intelligence, personalized travel market is already driving it. You search a hotel in Agra and next day, you open your Facebook account and you get this hotel, that hotel, TripAdvisor, everything. This is artificial intelligence. They know where you want to go, and you'll be surprised that they know. You're searching for an airfare and it starts popping up that there is an airfare which is good for your travel to New York because this flight and that flight. It starts giving you things, You are doing some work on your computer and there's a chatbot or automated hotels where that will understand you, that will understand the customers without human interface. You will have there are robotic restaurants where you order meals and there's a touch screen. I visited one of the restaurants where you click on the table and you choose on the table with touch screen and then they show you a picture of how the table will look like. And the moment you have selected your dishes, there will be a robot who will come and serve your food. So that's what's driving. It's concept plus less of human intervention. Restaurants will know artificially what are your meal preferences. Hotels would know which newspapers to read, what time you get up, what time you sleep. I mean, it's already there, So if you call me at I sleep early, I sleep at about 9:30 or so. So but after 9:30, I wear a watch. It understands that I'm sleeping. It doesn't disturb me. You keep doing your Facebook chats or whatever, but it will not disturb me after 9:30. I haven't said anything. It knows itself that the man is sleeping. If I'm not very well or something and not been active, it will give me a buzz. Hey, what happened? Are you okay? So that's artificial, that's going to drive travel and tourism industry now. And then customer experiences, which is a huge big data. We may not be taking it seriously, but that's what would be doing rounds now. Everything will be based on the after experience of a customer. It will all be based, the entire market will depend on what kind of service you have rendered to your clients and kind of clients that now you get. It's all based on word of mouth. Now, just a little explanation of what experiential tourism is, understanding it correctly. Now, experiential tourism is not seeing Taj Mahal. It is actually not seeing Taj Mahal. It is not seeing the Imam Bara. It is actually not seeing Imam Bara. May not seeing Imam Bara, or just seeing Imam Bara but doing something else also. It is going much deeper. It is immersive, immersing yourself in someone else's lifestyle, experience, culture, food, and trying to understand it more intricately. It's not just listening to a story of a guide, but having a hands-on experience. It's not about only eating roti, but also making roti. Understanding what are the benefits of roti. Why do Indians eat with hand? Why do Indians eat with hand, by the way? Is it good or bad? Good. I think it's good, yeah. Because fingers have sensory things, and when you touch your food, your brain gets to know that something is now about to come. Oh, it's a fact, actually. So it's good for your health. So these things, the Westerners have to be explained. They may come to you and say, oh, it's so dirty, it's so unhygienic. Now you have to get them on the table. You have to explain that how it's hygienic, how fingers work. A fork will never tell you the temperature of the food, but your finger will tell you, if you're putting your damn finger into a hot dal, so you'll immediately take it off. Better than it goes inside. So that's what is happening. So this is immersive travel. These are the keywords that connect with your immersive travel. Authentic knowledge, deep understanding, experimentation, exploration, out-of-box themes. There is nothing that cannot be a part of tourism. Nothing ever. Non-touristy. So it's not like when we were children, we went to Kashmir or somewhere, they gave us a dress and we wore a dress and some tea leaves and something, and I don't know where, Darjeeling, I think. So I still have that picture. We would put a basket and then they click the picture and that kind of thing which used to happen in the 80s and 90s. No, it's about understanding tea, tasting tea, plucking the leaves, and understanding the entire process, going into it. That's what today people want. It's not just going and taking pictures. But then, yes, taking pictures is also a big market. It's called selfie tourism now. So they're not interested in anything. They're not interested in Taj Mahal. They just go, stand, pose, tick, tick, finish. Next monument, next place. They don't want to understand what's Taj Mahal. So important, big. All big tourist destinations have a selfie point. So we need to have a selfie point for that market as well.
Even wedding, we have the selfie point.
Well, yeah, or everywhere. All functions, social functions, you today have selfie points. These are the kind of things that come under the experiential products category. Walking tours, horseback tours, cycling, culinary experiences, learning local arts and crafts, meeting celebrities, homestays, family interactions, volunteering, attending lectures to learn, theme-based experiences, marine life experiences, and wildlife experiences.
The reason why I like going to the market is like I like to show people how our mothers, our grandmothers did it back in the old days. Seeing how the local people go to the market, have their breakfast, you get to barter trade with the hawkers, telling them that you want this much, play a bit of talking plus when you keep on going shopping or marketing with them. So now it's all about having a hands-on experience. Why? Because cooking is a lifelong skill, You get to see how food is made from scratch. Cooking is not just from a packet, from the internet, getting a recipe and thinking that's it. I mean, it's the love for it, and you get to share it with an Italian, with an American, people from all walks of life. And I think that's something I can be proud of. That's it.
So this was about just an example of what a food walk could be, or an experiential sort of intervention in local food could be. Now, just a short things about your career, where it's going, and which is the most important part when students ask me. So I don't know what you've been told by your teachers about careers, but careers in tourism and travel are not limited to what you have been told. These are the new age careers for which you have to be equipped. Tour theme researchers. Now, understandably, you are not master of all themes. Like I told you something about graveyard, or I tell you about food, or I tell you about wines. You may not be a connoisseur of wines, or a great gourmand of food or something. But then you have to get into that particular theme where you want to specialize, understand that, and be a researcher. It is not a technical term researcher, but trying to understand and developing an understanding for a particular theme. Video is a huge thing. I think all you guys should know video editing and your video techniques very well. If you don't know video, 2025, you will be obsolete, out of the market. Experience curator. You have to curate experiences are not made, they exist. They are already around us. Fish market is an experience. Vegetable mandi is an experience. You just have to develop an understanding, pick those up, and put it in your kitty of offer. Experience curators, walking tour leaders, quite different from what tour guides are. More immersive, huge knowledge. Now, food walk is better done by a person who knows something about food, a chef maybe. Experiential guides. Guides is not blah 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 blah. Taj Mahal built by this India. No. It's more intricate, more understanding of history. Social media publicists. If you are not on social media, you are already dead, my dear. Are there any of the students here who are not on social media? You should be, my dear. It's nothing to feel proud of. You know where you're not seen actually. Some people think that not being on a social media is okay. I have other better things to do than to. No, but
your visibility, your business's visibility. You have to tell people about what you do. They will not see you today. Gone are the days when, today I get a biodata from someone, I first go to his social media profile and check what kind of posts he's putting on. And if it's something to do with CA or MRC, then probably he's out, So you have to put relevant posts related to your subject, posts related to your profession, expertise. So if I see that a person is putting tourism posts and he's been there and he's trying to understand, he's interacting, so in you come. And if you're putting about Manmohan Singh and Modi and this thing, you're out. You're not relevant for me. As a travel professional, I'm talking, you may be relevant to your friends, So it depends what kind of posts are you doing on social media. So you have to be on social media. Travel content developers, you have to make contents visible on the website, on the social media. And that's also a trick. Travel bloggers, you have to write about travel, your own travel experiences, your theme researches, your themes, it has to be on the net in any form. These people will be in high demand or already are in high demand. Now what you need, now there's just a little mismatch. What I see in students, how they sort of progress in India and other places is that when you join a course of anything, you are unable to see what are your minus points or things where you are not fully equipped of. A bachelor's program is 3 years, a master's program is 2 years. And this is not only about, because an institution, whichever, it may be Harvard, it may be Stanford, whatever, it can only give you an academic insight into the subject and open your horizons and doors to the world of that specialization. But what are the finer points where you lack? You will have to develop those finer points from day one. So, a boy comes to me from IIT TN, he joined IIT TN for 2 years ago, and he says that, sir, अब हम वो हमने पढ़ लिया है, अब हम अंग्रेजी बोलना सीखेंगे, वो पढ़ेंगे. अरे ये तो आपको जब आपने ज्वाइन करा था तभी पढ़ लेना चाहिए था. What were you doing for those 2 years? तो जहां पर भी हमारे गैप्स थे, वो हमको उन 3 साल में, 2 साल में, अगर आप मास्टर्स तक जा रहे हैं, तो you have probably wasted 5 years and not acquired skills that you should have during those 5 years. It's too late, my dear. So the moment the students join, let them join the course, but then they have to be counseled to be acquiring skills. Course will not take you anywhere. Your degrees, marks, I don't know. In my 25 years of career, I have never ever seen anybody's mark sheet. I don't know if he failed or passed your bachelor's program or master's program, I really don't know. But I take him based on his skills. And just that he says, yes, I've done the MTA program or MBA program, it's okay. But then these skills are important. So the best way is when you are joining such courses, you should be joining other things to upskill yourself. English or a foreign language is important depending on which market you want to get into. So if you want to get into a French market, probably you should be knowing French. You can't get without, or German market or a Spanish market. You have to analyze. You have to analyze what you are going to do. English is important, mind you. If you all lack this language, please go ahead and brush it up.
अभी टाइम है आपके पास. आप शाम को यूजुअली होता क्या है कि you have fun, we meet friends and spend a lot of time, lucky you, on social media, on Facebook, and posting and liking and taking selfies and posting ourselves on those. But that's not important. The important thing is that we upskill ourselves. Public speaking. I'm sure most of us are not good at public speaking. We can brush up ourselves during that period. We can learn how to speak, how to address. You will have to give presentations, you will have to deal with clients and all kinds of clients, good, bad and ugly. The ability to research, knowledge of geography, most important. Now when I'm saying geography, I'm not talking about horse latitudes and equator and all those things. No, I'm talking about locations of places, continents. Where the Delhi is not down south, So if I'm giving you a map of India to plot, and then I tell you plot Delhi, and if you start looking down, so I know what your standard is. Or if I tell you to plot some kind of Kanyakumari and you are looking at the Himalayas, so I know what kind. So you will never be able to get that, right? बस उतनी प्लॉटिंग की जरूरत है ज्योग्राफी में. कोई चीज कहां पर है वो हमें मालूम होना चाहिए. किस कंट्री का क्या कैपिटल है. I'm a member board at the Orleans Française Institute, and there was this girl who came to join the Orleans on the post of a receptionist. So now my first question was that what is the capital of France? And she said it's Germany. So how do you expect a candidate to be coming who will be sitting on the front desk of an institute which belongs to the embassy of France and telling you a capital city of, So these are basics that we should know. And I'm telling you in this class also, there are boys and girls who will not know their capitals and currencies. No problem, you're not being tested. But this is the right time to know that, to understand that geography. I think because Anupama is a master of geography, but then she thinks that everybody is master. So she needs to come to that level and teach them, that kind of thing. तो ये समझ में है कि सब बेवकूफ है. उसके बाद पढ़ाई करानी है. So that is what's happening, because when they come in the market for their interviews, they don't know anything. And then we say, oh, we can't do ITS, नहीं मालूम होगा, छोड़ो. So that doesn't, because there's a mismatch in your understanding of students, and students are coming, this is a Google generation. You said, oh man, capital क्या याद करना, Google कर लीजिए फ्रांस का capital अभी दे देगा. So that is important. And then creative thinking, to develop ideas that are out of box. Ability to work tirelessly. So I told you it's 24/7 job, which is as tough as Indian Army, Navy, military. So don't think that you will just go sit on a plush air-conditioned office. No, you're sadly mistaken. You have to toil, you have to work. I will just continue about not at all. We love that you came. Thank you. And then we have to be self-motivated. Of course, your institutions, universities will motivate you, will orient you with a subject. But you have to be self-motivated. Don't do things half-heartedly. You are doing a course in travel and tourism and then aspiring to be a bank officer. What nonsense! How many of you are doing a bank coaching? No one is raising, but I am sure many of you are. Which is a total mismatch. It's wrong for us. I mean, because industry is not developing because of young people. We need young people like you to come and join, take our burdens off our shoulders. So we are an aging industry. So if you see all the big wigs, cocks and kings and band ho gayi wo to, but even if you see kyun band ho gayi, because there was a huge young people weren't coming to take responsibilities. Thomas Cook UK, shut. Jet Airways, shut. And then the additional capacities I told you, social media, photography and videos, very, very important for you. Please develop these skills. They are essentials today. ये बंद हो गया। पढ़ाई की बात जब भी होती है तो गड़बड़ होती है। I don't know what to carry on. So, coming back to the topic. So these are the skills that you have to develop, and those 5 years are 3 years of graduation, 2 years of masters are actually blessing in disguise. Treat it as a blessing. Join such courses. Photography, there are n number of courses. Upskilling, you can do it online, you can understand things online. My website wala gave me a trouble. I went and joined a website course. I was unable to understand few things in food things, so I came to the university and joined this course. These are all out of way things. I was still studying. My most recent degree is on food tourism, not from here, but another place in New York. So, because I wanted to be more expressive, I wanted to develop more understanding, I wanted to connect with people in that sphere so that I can give most in this particular sphere to them. And after doing all these, upskilling myself properly, I started this new company I told you about, Gas Roots. So these are a few words that will actually differentiate the students from the masses. Differentiate you as ITS students, as institute, as tourism institute. Innovation, be innovative. Innovate your own thing. I mean, in 1994, I tell you, nobody imagined that a foreign guy can eat at a dirty tunda kebab shop in Chowk. Or at Rahim's Kulcha and Nihari in Chowk. I'm talking Chowk, not even Aminabad. Or at Kareem's or in Delhi. But today, this food walk is India's #1 food walk by magazines like Condé Nast Traveler, Lonely Planet, and so many other magazines. So, try to understand its innovation, how you put things across. It's not only golden triangle. Everything is now beyond Taj in travel and tourism. Knowledge is another key. You can acquire if you don't have. Like I said, you have enough time to acquire. Don't waste those 5 years, please, if you have to have a good, great career for yourself. Multi-skilling. I will talk further about 360 degrees employees. This is a new article that I have written. I'll give a copy for distribution to students, but it's about 360 degrees, how we have to be 360 degrees in today's world. You just can't brand yourself, oh, I'm a teacher, I'm an accountant, I'm a food guy, I'm a ticketing staff, I'm this. No, you have to know everything today. And then you have to be focused. Like I said, if you join travel and tourism, and if you're serious about travel and tourism, please don't think of banking. You know, so have a focus. वो बिल्कुल उसकी चिड़िया की आंख पे आपका निशाना होना चाहिए जब आप शिकार कर रहे हो. तो the same story you have to follow in your life as well. These will be the highlights for 2020 on. Focused and specialized knowledge. Have one knowledge, be it food, heritage, architecture, graveyards I told you about, any incident of history I told you, anything it could be, one incident of history. Have a focused knowledge. Artificial intelligence, learn it a bit. It's going to drive the markets, drive the business. And most of the business now is going to come through social media. All feedback, everything, you know. Railway Minister is also doing his trains up on Twitters. You tweet any problem to your foreign minister and you get the visa, you get the, you know, things done. Lucknow is a smart city, so now you have to get your kuda lifted or animal caught or whatever, you tweet and you are done. So be on that social media, learn that, learn those tricks of social media. And this will be a point where you can be absorbed by the industry right away. SWOT analysis you must have heard. This is swotting yourself on personal basis. This is identify your own strengths, identify your own weaknesses, opportunities and threats. It's not about business. It's not about management. It's about yourself. I'm good at photography, still, but I'm not good at video. This is my weakness. I need to neutralize that weakness. I need to learn, upskill. This is the opportunity I'm telling you, the way I told you, social media. You know, there was Orkut. How many of you have heard about Orkut? I was on Orkut. And Orkut changed to Facebook. So don't wait. You know, it's an opportunity. Facebook today is an opportunity. Catch it. Tomorrow there may be something else. Catch that. So opportunity is always short-lived. And threats, virus is a threat. How to go around it. You know, how to sell destinations which are not affected by virus. You can't deny this. But this is a problem which is there. So threats are there, how to neutralize them. So in terms of not only business but for yourself. Channelize your strength. Strengthen or neutralize your weaknesses, grab the opportunities and have a way around threats. All your personal, forget business for now. I was talking about this 360-degree professionals. You need to know all. Please don't brand yourself as just one knowledge. Today the companies will absorb you not only that you are a master of X, but you know X, Y, Z, everything. They'll be happy if you can do photography for them, if you can write blogs for them, if you can do itineraries for them, if you can understand the tickets, you can understand the geography, you can do some business planning, projections, you can do some finance for them. It will be good for them. See, industry is not in a good shape, frankly. Being an insider of the industry, I am telling you, presently, due to the economic problems, our industry is not doing well. Jet has closed, Cox & Kings has closed, Thomas Cook has closed. There are many DMCs who are not in a good shape. So absorption is less. So when Cox & Kings was there or Thomas Cook was there, everybody was following कि इतने accountants ले लो, इतने itinerary, उसका काम itinerary बनाना होगा, उसका vouchers बनाना होगा, उसका वो करना होगा. No. But today you have to do everything, correspond with the clients, you have to do sales call for them, you have to be at the exhibitions. जितने भी march हो रहे हैं आपके internationally, वो हो रहे हैं. This is, by the way, for the first time that the ITB Berlin was called off. It's a big thing for the industry. So trying to understand industry is a little tough for another year or so. But suddenly it will grow when you are out of your studies. Be prepared. DMCs will soon be irrelevant. DMCs are destination management companies who are trying to do everything, sell everything by themselves and show that everything belongs to them. They'll be out of business. Smaller companies will come. Specialized itineraries will come into focus. Small companies, boutique companies will do very well. Even hotels, I tell you, boutique hotels are more expensive than the large hotels. So that's what is in actually. Slow travel, I told you about, it will gain momentum. Rushing travel will die down. Unpretentious experiences as they are. Don't make experiences. Don't give them a white china plate to a person who's eating at the tunde kebab. Let him just enjoy that local stuff. उसी से टेस्ट आएगा. जब आप हाथ से रोटी और कबाब उठाएंगे या रोटी और चावल दाल उठाएंगे उसका, because it has sensory, I told you, it has sensory organs which forks and knives will not have. So let them have that experience without covering all those things. Of course, some hygiene factors you have to keep in mind. Pet travel, I told you about Himmat Anand's story, Dog Stories, the hotel in Jaipur. Go Google it, search it, and understand what the concept is all about. Stretchable will replace extensions. There'll be small holidays. 3-day holiday of X place. Another 3-day for Y. Another 3-day for Z. If you want to stretch it from X to Y to Z. एक्सटेंशंस में क्या होता था, पहले लॉन्ग हॉलीडेज आदमी लेता था 15 दिन के, 20 दिन के, 21 दिन के. इंडिया का जो एवरेज स्टे था वो भी 21 दिन हुआ करता था. नाउ इट हैज रिड्यूस्ड टू अबाउट 7 to 8 days on an average. People don't have time, so they want to come to India, but they will come twice, thrice, 4 times. पहले होता था कि वो इंडिया में तो लिमिटेड अपॉर्चुनिटीज तब दी जाती थी, तो वो 20 दिन में पूरा इंडिया करके चला जाता था, कहता था इंडिया हो गया हमारा. पर आजकल चीजें इतनी कन्वीनियंट हो गई है that he wants to come back, and it's good for your business as well to bring them back. So he will make holiday which will stretch. So that was about it today. Any questions that you have, you can, of course, I'm on social media quite active, Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, Twitter I'm new, but Facebook I'm there. Like this gentleman, I'm not on WhatsApp. So still, but let's see. So you can connect with me on a personal basis. Whatever you want to know about the industry, you can walk into my office with appointment, of course. Sit with me, have a cup of coffee, talk about your careers or whatever. I'm happy. As I promised, Indian Association of Tour Operators is happy to have a MOU with your department for any kind of cost trainings, and we can have our members or some people coming in for lectures whenever they are traveling to this side. They can come here. Plus your summer trainings as well. You can, have a brochure or something, like they do it in a more technical manner. Send it to the companies, and for your placements or for your this thing, they can pick up from their database. Any questions that you have at the moment? जी बिल्कुल.
सर एक जगह आपने फोटो वॉक शब्द का इस्तेमाल किया, उसका क्या मतलब?
फोटो वॉक का मतलब यहाँ पर ये है कि there are people who are now wanting to capture lot of things in a camera. So this is a specialized walking tour where there is a person who would know that which place is great for a picture. So it could be about lifestyle, it could be about people, it could be monuments, but this is a group of walkers, tourists who walk just for the sake of clicking pictures. They may not be so much interested in the history or the geography of the place, but they are happy clicking some great pictures.
Sir, you talked about graveyard tourism and food tourism. So when I was teaching New Age, are these things scalable? And when did you get to break even?
No, see, what happens is that anything in experiential tourism is not seen as a is not seen as a traditional business model. Whenever you are doing anything out of box, I would say count it as a part of your passion. So if you are not, say, let's talk about food, let's talk about photo. If you are not passionate about photography, you will not be able to do a great business of a photo walk. If you're not passionate about understanding the graveyards, discovering the graves, you will not break even. You know, these words are some sort of jargons which are business jargons. And whenever we are talking about experiential tourism, experiences, we are connecting them with passion. So let's differentiate between passion and business. Your passion can be a business, but it is not necessary that your business becomes your passion. So there you have to differentiate. So when you say scalable and these kinds of words, I think no, that's very traditional to talk about when we are talking about experiences and experiential tourism. Of course, now that they are a business, this thing, that's why I said it's a highly abused word. Every company wants to say, oh, I'm an experiential tourism. We do experiences. We provide experiences. All our itineraries have some experience. But no, you can't have, unless you have huge immersive knowledge and you have immersed yourself into that experience yourself, or you've hired someone to do that. So that's how you have to see. So you don't have to think too much about scalable and break evens and this thing. You just have to go in for it and then see how it works. Anything else? Thank you and all the best to all of you.